Yes. Today I would like to go over Bohemian Rhapsody movie review. And I'll tell you, this movie is epic. Very fulfills the life of Freddie Mercury. And, this guy, man, sad story that it's sad that he did not have a child. Before he went bisexual, though. He did turn gay at the end of his life, bisexual type thing. But in the beginning, it showed him going to town, with the lady. And it's just too sad of a thing to even think that this guy never had a child. I am just terribly saddened for this brilliant man not to have a child. He is one sassy, funny dude, man. He would have been an awesome person to hang around with if you could get around him. Just by the portrayal of this actor showing the true Freddie Mercury, just beyond epic. This movie is a 2C movie. And it is about a wonder why it won 4 Academy Awards or whatever they won, but it is a masterpiece. And I encourage anybody to go see it. Any true Queen fan to go see this. Now, back in the day, when MTV did come out, and watching, this thing called Love, We Will Rock You, all the classic hits, especially Bohemian Rhapsody itself, masterpiece of Night of the Opera. When I was first exposed to Queen, was the 1977 album, not Save the World, something, News of the World, I believe it was. And the robot holding him in there, in its hands. Of course, I can just imagine I hate when the stupid thing does this. And I can just imagine where they were going with the masterpiece of that album. To me, it brought the future, of course. And you got them all laying in the hand of the robot dead, and the robot's like, what did I do, right? Type thing. I would sit there and stare at that album cover for hours as I listened to the music. And, I'm just waiting. Gave someone a ride today, and, I'm looking over there to see when he's coming out. So, if I have to stop the video, yes. But, the movie, an hour and 35 minutes, I was mesmerized that they could put all that impact in one movie. Usually movies like this last 2 hours, or 2 hours and 35 minutes. And this, they just got it perfect. And the guy, I remember the guy's name who portrayed him, but he did an awesome job. Of course, he was in that TV show where the hack face guy comes up on videos and stuff. And I'm sure everybody will know who he is when they see him, but oh man, he got fat Freddie Mercury down to a T, to his dance moves. And like I said, classic comedy from this guy. He could have went on Saturday Night Live and just done skits galore. Freddie Mercury was a very intelligent man. And of course, his voice. I felt a little bit ashamed when Brian May talks about Adam Lambert and how he might be a little better than Freddie, but can I pause? So, back from a long extended break, because I had to go out and do something. But once again, Bohemian Rhapsody. As I was saying before, like I said, I forgot the guy's name, but what a awesome, epic performance by him. I mean, this movie was definitely, truly sad. Watching Freddie Mercury at the end by himself. And I mean, for him not to have any children, for crying out loud, that's the main thing that sucks for me. I mean, to having anybody come out with an epic, voice, timely, huge figure in the rock and roll world. And like I said, he was a feisty, sassy man. That's the best thing I can describe him as. And yeah, he really let it out, and would give you a piece of his mind. I know that. And I mean, you just gotta watch the movie. Of course, will not give out any bloopers or bombers on the movie, but it's a parody of its own. It's just epic. That's all I can say. It's an epic show of showmanship at its best. Awesomeness. He was very unique. And man, I didn't realize, but he had an interview like similar to Jim Morrison's interview. And he came out and said, like Jim Morrison, that his parents were dead in a crazy interview with the press. And the guy was like, no, they're not. He's just over there all dumbfounded and stupid looking, But I can just imagine what he was thinking to bring his uniqueness to the table. And one of the greatest frontmen alive. Well, and what I was saying before, that's what it was that I got cut off because I had to, take a break for a while. But yeah, Adam Lambert. That's what I was talking about, and how Brian May and the drummer said that, he's kind of more, say better, you can just say better yet better, almost a little bit better than Mr. Freddie Mercury, and I find that hard to believe. Just like they say, the Journey singers, almost right there, and great, up there with the great Steve Perry, but the pitches, I can tell, and very different. Hang on a sec, pause. I'll be back in a moment. Let's try to get more interruptions. But, yeah, Adam Lambert and the other guy from Korea. I mean, for them to say that just literally blows my mind. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot replace the original. I don't care how good you are. Even Ripper Tim Owens even said in his own interview that he's not even as great as the mighty Rob Halford. He knows it. And he even said that in an interview. So, for anybody to ever think that, like, these three unique singers can be replaced, and like everybody says, that's why Journey hasn't sold their hits to number one as if they would be sold with Steve Perry, especially Queen. I mean, don't get me wrong, I give them credit and props for keeping the legacy of Queen going, finding someone right, just to slightly simulate the original. But when people come out to say this, like fans, it's better than this one, better, that's just disgusting, man. It's just disturbingly sick, and I don't agree with none of it. And especially, like, to say so, as much as I hate to put him out there, but Brian Johnson. I mean, everybody was giving Angus, heat for asking Axl to come sing some songs, because Axl could sing some songs from, the Bon Scott era, just almost about the same as Bon Scott himself, right? But everybody knows there's no damn way that Axl Rose would ever compare or even get to the uniqueness of Mr. Bon Scott. And someone commented me on my video, Night Prowler. And they're asking me how's it banned or something. I put up a video that the song is banned or literally cut off from the AC/DC catalog. And I told the person straight out that, hang on, maybe get another interruption. What are you doing?
I need to take a piss. I didn't know you were in there.
Man, I get more interruptions than a drunk gets interrupted at drinking his beer. Anyways, as I was saying, to get this done and over with, but someone was commenting, like I said, and I told the person that I cannot listen. I mean, I've listened to many remakes. There was a band that I got to sing with at a bar in Fitchburg, and they were a Back in Black tribute band. And this guy was not, I mean, just as close, almost there to the Bon Scott type thing, but, you know, I was drinking and getting into the music. But, literally, nothing can replace Bon. And when I gotta listen to my Night Prowler, I gotta listen to the original. I can't listen to people update that music that way, because there's a uniqueness in that sound and song that I gotta listen to it with Bon singing. And now YouTube or even the AC/DC camp has literally taken that song off, and I was explaining this to the person. You know, just like Queen, if there's a song that I hear from Queen and I gotta listen to that, oh man, it's gotta be Freddie, or it's gotta be, you know, Steve. It's gotta be that. Even Foreigner has a great singer, I can say, that replaced Lou Gramm. But when you want to listen, I've seen him in concert. I got to see him at the $20 Kid Rock tour, $20 ticket Kid Rock tour. And even that guy is just, you know, he puts a good effort into making it real for Foreigner. And Lane Staley, of course, with the new guy. He, I say, does a great job of replacing and keeping the Alice in Chains movement going. But I mean, nothing can, of course, beat the original. And when I gotta go to the original songs, I need the original singer, especially my Queen or Bon Scott era. Freddie era, Bon Scott, it gotta be the original. And I explained that to that person and everything, and you know, to me, and like I said, this content crap of songs getting banned from radio now, and I said it just before that, and I even said it, and I watched Night Prowler get dropped, and it did. The original is off of YouTube. You cannot find the original with Bon Scott no more, and that pisses me off. So I mean, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee if you are a Queen fan, you will highly enjoy this movie. It is epic. That's all, one word, epic. And the actor, I'd like to give him a friggin' high five, you know, shake his friggin' hand for doing the best portrayal of this man, making Freddie the person who he should be. And he did get into, they didn't show his last video though, which you can find that on YouTube. And just before I watched this movie, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I was watching the Live Aid concert that is at the end of this movie, man. And it's like, that's watching him live and then watching this guy do it. Oh man, he did it to a T. This man, I'm glad he won an Oscar for what he did in the portrayal of Freddie Mercury. And I mean, they did mention when he did get AIDS in the movie, and it is very sad, tragic loss in the rock and roll industry. One of the huge, greatest frontmen of all time. But get out there, buy the movie. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. It is well worth the $18 you're gonna get to spend on DVD. If you're a Blu-rayer, you know, 19, 20 bucks. I mean, you're gonna get an awesome movie in this. I recommend it. Get out there and watch this movie. Awesome. No words can explain. Epic. Out.